I am getting ready to tackle our homeschool cabinet. We are one day away from the last day on our academic calendar. My younger two actually have had their last academic day May 31st, and my oldest is tomorrow, June 12th. So as we go ahead and end out the school year, we are going to go ahead and move on to some other things, and I really need to get this area cleaned up. This is where we keep all of our homeschool stuff. So this is just a little cabinet area off the side of the kitchen. Here up top, I have a lot of papers, textbooks, different workbooks, things like that. Up here, as you can see, it is completely cluttered. We have activities, we have books we've been working in, we have things that I'm sure we need to get rid of. And then in our drawers, I have some materials like pencils, pens, markers, crayons, all that stuff. And then in the bottom, I have a lot of our manipulatives, games, activities, and things like that. Then right here off the side, I have this little drawer situation here that has some different curriculum and worksheets and papers and books and all that stuff. So I am getting ready to go ahead and get this all cleaned out. I want it to be pretty much clean and fresh before we get into summer. Since I've already really started thinking about things for next year, I ultimately know what things I can probably go ahead and get rid of. And we really have a lot of things in here that we've had for a very long time. We are closing in on our 4th year of homeschooling, and I'm pretty sure I have things in here from the first year, things that I thought we would use, things that I intended to use. It's just a lot of stuff. So I definitely want to get this thing completely cleaned out and make it more functional so that we can use it not just for the summer, but even for the upcoming year. I don't really want to have to do this again before I start to buy new things and start to add things. So the goal today is just really get everything cleaned out and ready for next year. I have very good intentions to use things and have like really good ideas, but sometimes honestly there just isn't enough hours in the day to do all of the things. So I'm definitely going to be able to get some ideas of things that maybe we haven't used but I want to use, maybe some things we used in the past but I want to be more intentional about using consistently this upcoming year. Make sure that we have everything prepared for our summer. I'll definitely go ahead and show you guys a few of the things that we have, maybe some things that we've had in the past. I mean, I know that there is just a So again, there is a ton of stuff. There's 3 shelves up here, and then we have the 2 drawers that I definitely need to clean out, like markers that don't work, color pencils, crayons that are all broken up. We have a ton of these because we get them with like so many different paint sets and stuff like that. And so I know there's probably a few that maybe are dried out, or like this one, I can see somebody mixed lots of black in it. So definitely need to clean those out as well. And then we got some brand new ones at the start of the summer. And let's see. Then down here, there's a ton of stuff down here too. So these are a bunch of games and activities and things like that. I mean, we have like science kits with materials that maybe we've used, maybe we can't do it again, and we can go ahead and toss. Things that I intended to use, maybe we used and I really did like it, and I maybe have some leftover stuff, so we can go ahead and toss that. Plenty of workbooks and things that I need to go through and see if we've completed the majority of them, or even if it's something that I just want to go ahead and get rid of, so I'll do that as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started cleaning this up and listening to a podcast. While I do that, I'll check in with you guys and just show you a few of the things that I have in here. about to get a bag so that I can go ahead and throw stuff out, because I'm definitely throwing some stuff out. Actually, I have a box over there, so maybe I'll start with that box and put recycles, because it's just a bunch of papers, worksheets they were bringing home, activities that they did. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that we don't need to keep. My baby made me for Mother's Day. So cute. Definitely gonna hold on to this. Then I had, she also made this really cute butterfly, and I know she loves butterflies, so I'm gonna hang on to that. Then I just have a couple of samples of different things we worked on this year. And so I do want to keep just samples for record keeping purposes. Let me bring you guys up. Okay, there we go. I do want to keep some stuff for like record keeping purposes, and just to have some samples of work from each year, kind of. So just keeping a few things. I don't need a whole bunch, but I just want to have a couple samples of some stuff that they worked on this year. So I'm going to use this folder, and then I have this big, not up here yet, but I have this one actually that I use for Tori, because she did a lot more like art and activities and stuff. She would bring home papers a lot more. So I'm actually going to probably grab two of these, grab one for each of the boys too, because this actually was really nice. This is actually super stuff, so I'm gonna go through this, not today, but another day, and just go through and just like, again, choose a couple things that we'll keep and then toast the rest. So now I'm over here at the table where I took everything off of that counter, and I'm just gonna go through this stuff. So I have some of the workbooks that they use for this school year, that we just kind of left up there. They really belong in the cabinet. I have this bin right here that I keep up there, and it has coloring books and like some grab and go activities. Like my daughter would just grab like some coloring books out of here. There's like joke books, some small reads, some flashcards, Play-Doh that she plays with on her tray sometimes, some coloring and stuff, a couple books that the kids were like reading and would leave right here in this area so they could like pick up. Have a couple of reading books and other books that we just kind of have. We have this Ask a Scientist and this life skills books. I really like the DK books. I really like the illustrations. I really like all of the details and everything that's in them. This one is a life skills book, and it has been awesome. It has, I've taken some of them and turned them into different activities. So there's one in here where they do like a personality quiz. It has these different questions and stuff. And I had that, I took that, and then I had my oldest son write like a paragraph about what he learned about his personality quiz, what it told him about himself. Did he agree with the personality quiz? Did he think it was a good description of his personality and characteristics and things like that? And then this one is Ask a Scientist. So same, really good illustrations, very colorful, and it just asks a lot of questions. I mentioned before, my kids really love science. They really like to ask a lot of questions, and so this one was perfect because this has questions either that they've asked or even questions that they maybe have not yet thought of, but they are reading it. And then if they want to take a deeper dive, we can definitely do that. So I love the DK books, and I'm definitely going to add a couple more to our collection this coming fall. We have some KiwiCo kits that I got the kids to work on. We'll probably go ahead and open these up sometime this week. But I got this one for my oldest son. It is a light up wire art. And then I got this record racer for my younger son. Stuff that they like. We have these Wonders of Learning discovery boxes. Actually, I got those around like Christmas time. And they already did them, but I want to go through the boxes and see what like extra materials we might can go ahead and keep, because they have like books and stuff in them. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through this stuff so I can start putting it away. Well, actually, I'm not gonna put it away. Probably gonna end up just kind of moving some stuff over on the table, but what I'm really trying to do is just get rid of things I know I'm gonna get rid of. And I know some of this stuff belongs at the top of the cabinet, so just need to see what's what so I can make the appropriate space. Black Boy Joy. This book is comprised of 17 stories celebrating Black boyhood. And one of the really cool things that I like about this book is there's actually a website. I have to find it. I will try to link it below. But there is a reading guide there. And basically for each of the 17 stories, there are comprehension and discussion questions that come along with it. We did use it periodically, but it was just, again, something else that we could not necessarily fit into our time. But I think it would be really good, especially if you have like middle school boys. Again, there are discussion questions and reflection questions. And what I would do is read this aloud. We would discuss it, and then I would have the boys do the questions and write out their answers. Some of them will maybe ask you to write a poem. Some of them may ask you to write a response, maybe talk about what you think, how you feel. Some really good stuff. So I'll definitely try and link that stuff for you guys below. This is Black Boy Joy by Kwame Mambalia. I hope I'm not butchering that name. Up here because I know there's quite a few things I really want to put stuff back up in its place in here, and also not have so much stuff just cluttered and visible. So I'm gonna go ahead and look in here, see what's what. Again, the goal is to get rid of things that I know we no longer need and things that I just know we're not gonna use in the future. And that can be super hard because possibilities really are endless. You can literally have a worksheet, a toy, a manipulative, and create some type of a learning lesson from any of that stuff. But again, I definitely need to make the space and just let a few things go. So let me go ahead and clear this out. So I just found these, and these are field trip journals. I'll have to try and search up where I even purchased these from, but we bought these at the beginning of our homeschool journey, and we used them mostly the first semester because again COVID hit, and so we weren't going on any field trips. But there's two different levels. This is an explorer level and an adventurer level, and you guys, we went on so many field trips. We were doing one field trip a week maybe. And so it's so cute. It has, let's see, entry. This one was field trip number 12. We went to the African American Firefighters Museum in downtown LA. So here you circle the month, and then you circle the day right up under it. I'm sorry. Can you guys see it? Okay, you circle the date up under, then what I learned, so they can write a little spiel about what they learned, what the weather was like, what they had for lunch, and then they do a little doodle of the field trip and stuff like that. And then on this page it says make connections. So this field trip reminded me of the book. If there's some kind of a book that they've potentially read in the past, they can put that, or maybe even looking through your at-home library, and maybe even just looking online for a book title that would relate. We didn't have one there. Something I saw for the first time, they put that there. 3 words I learned today. There is a I kept thinking, so they can put some thoughts in this little thought bubble. And then right here it says rate this trip. Would you recommend this trip? Would you like to go back someday? Yes, no, maybe. And so this is such a cool resource for homeschooling, and really to just document the journey, the different things that you're doing and experiencing in all of those field trips. So that one was my older son's, and this one, my younger son was in kindergarten at the time. So it asks some of the same things, things where they can draw, what they had for their lunch or their snack, what the weather was like. These were so neat. We have plenty of pages in these. I'm definitely going to keep these so we can use them for future field trips. But I have this much progress. Got all these books down, took a few things down from here. I'm not gonna move that. That has my son's some recipes and dry ingredients from some of his cooking subscription boxes. And then on top of that is my daughter's cookbooks and her cooking little oven mitts. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Right now this is all clear. We have some tempura paint. I have some really big bottles over there. And I kind of do want to move those somewhere else because we really don't utilize them that much. And even when we do, I mean, like, these are huge. These are like the huge bottles of paint. So we don't use as much even when we do use them. So I'm probably going to try to find a way to store them under in the bottom. Or at least, like, definitely free up that space. And then that'll be a way we can just get what we need. Stuff in it. Here are a bunch of advocate kits. And the reason that I keep them is because each of them come with a book, so we can read that book over and over. And then it comes with a lot of activities that you can reuse, pages that you can print and make copies of so that you can redo the activities or add other kids to the activity. So here is Who Sank the Boat? And here is the bookmarker with comprehension questions. And like, this just doesn't get old. Like, we can read this and answer a few questions. We can read it in another week, answer some different questions, have conversations around the questions, read the book first, then ask some questions for comprehension. There are some pages in here, like this is a coloring sheet. And when we did it, I just made a copy of it. That way I can always go back and copy it. And you can just give this to the kids while you're reading the book. Or maybe if you have like a beginning reader who is getting into some of this reading, they can read it themselves. They can then do the coloring sheet. Maybe they want to add some of the animals from the book, the characters on the boat. So definitely keep these. And then I mentioned before, some activities we maybe didn't do. Some activities maybe had extra stuff, or again, things that we can reuse. So we have Ivy Kids kits from the beginning of our homeschooling journey. I've used them with my youngest son. Actually, I use them with all my kids because what I used to do is I would have my oldest read the book to the younger one. I would make copies of some of the writing activities so my older one could do them. And just find other ways to incorporate these stories with other things that they were learning and things like that. So this one is Are You a Ladybug? We have some of the books are actually still in the packs because I ended up, you know, like we read them during different times. And some are in our bookshelf. But this one was Our Spiders. The bookmark is in there. This one had to do with moon exploration. And so there are games and printouts of activities and stuff. And again, even if it's something where I have to like get the materials again, maybe we did it, but like if I have the activity, I can easily just look at the materials list and see if we have it or get it. So stuff under here, made a little bit of space, just a very small amount. Not that I really have anything else I need to try and fit under here. But this is done. I did those and went ahead and stuck those back. 2 of them are empty. The colors are not right, but I'll worry about that later. I actually did not get to these drawers. I'll get that done. The countertop looks clean and clear. It's still a lot of stuff. I feel like I did not toss as much as I thought I was, although there are 3 grocery bags over there full of papers and books and all that stuff. So I feel like I still need to get rid of a few things, but I'll get there. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I did do. touch and we have space up here. So I'm gonna be pulling out a few things that I got them just for the summer, just a few summer activity books. Mommy. Yes. It's oh my goodness. She just lost her first tooth. Oh my goodness. Look at that little tooth.
And you can see the blood right there.
Oh my God, say please. Oh.
I saw the blood and everything. I was like, oh my God.
Oh my
and then it just came out.
It just came out, big girl. Look at your smile now.
Now everybody's gonna be
Lucci, okay. Oh, mommy, big girl. All right, quick little intermission. She was supposed to be asleep, but she kept getting up like, oh, my tooth and it's hurting and all this stuff. She was just down here like 20 minutes ago, and the tooth wasn't out, but she couldn't go to sleep. Her actual other tooth is like already growing in the back, so daughter girl lost her first tooth. So that's it. I am done cleaning up this area. I'm gonna go ahead and close this vlog. If you have any questions about anything you saw, let me know and I can let you know what it is if I didn't get rid of it. Like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what kind of materials or resources you guys are using. If you have any suggestions, or again, if you want to know what is something that I used and need some links, I'll definitely go ahead and get those for you guys. Also, if you like my sweater, you can definitely grab one at the link in my description. It says Millennial Homeschooler. So if you are a Millennial Homeschooler and you would like to get a sweatshirt, we also have t-shirts, hats, and bags. You can definitely check out the link in my description at millennialhomeschooler.com. Thanks again for tuning in to another one of my videos, and I'll see you guys next time.